Welcome back, everyone. Every month, millions of Americans who can't work because of a medical condition rely on Social Security disability payments.
But when a man from Philadelphia could not get tens of thousands of dollars in benefits that he was owed, he contacted consumer reporter Josh Sidorowicz for help. Josh, back in your corner, breaking through this back pay battle.
Yeah, good morning to both of you. I mean, so this is a process that can already take months, if not a year or more, from application to approval. And when it is approved, applicants are often owed what's called back pay to cover some of that time in between. But when the wait for that money starts to drag on, it can leave beneficiaries in a financial bind.
I've made hundreds of calls to them.
For a man who leans heavily on his faith, Brian Dirksons has been seriously tested.
I lost faith because nobody's helping.
He applied for Social Security disability after he says chronic lower back pain made it impossible to keep working. That was in 2021. By the time he received this approval letter in 2024, the Social Security Administration determined he was eligible for more than 2 years worth of back pay, totaling more than $80,000. But when nearly a year passed and he was getting his monthly benefits, but still no back pay or an explanation, he contacted In Your Corner.
They say it takes time, and I'm worried that I don't know when I'm going to get my money, because it's you get very anxious, and you even get depressed. And if you don't have money to pay your bills, you're going to go through a lot.
Applying for Social Security disability can be tedious. Marla Joseph isn't Brian's attorney, but she does often deal with Social Security cases like his. And she says it's rare once an applicant is approved for a payout to take this long.
The one thing that happens really quickly, the money shows in your account sometimes before you get the decision. It is very unusual, the cases that you brought to my attention, where somebody is found disabled and then it takes a year to straighten out the money. Usually when that happens, there's something else going on.
She says one issue that can arise is when an applicant is dealing with multiple benefits. Additional calculations are then required because some benefits offset others. In Brian's case, he was approved for both Social Security disability, which is tied to his work history, and SSI, supplemental security income, which is a benefit for people 65 and older who have a disability but is unrelated to work history. Now, Brian did receive his SSI back pay last fall. If that's what was holding all of this up, Brian says he was never told. So I enlisted the help of Brian's congressman, Dwight Evans' office, to try to cut through the red tape. Within a few weeks, Brian received 2 direct deposits, totaling $59,657, the remaining amount he was owed after accounting for the SSI back payment. A Social Security Administration spokesperson wouldn't comment specifically on Brian's case, citing privacy laws, but did say that delays can happen for a number of reasons, and that, quote, in most cases, both current and past due amounts are paid within days of the award. However, there are situations where payments may be delayed, including when coordination is required with other benefits like SSI. With his benefits now in the bank, Brian says it's proof to him the power of keeping the faith.
I'm blessed. You were able to stay on top of things and communicated with me well enough for me to know that I have somebody in my corner. Josh in your corner, yeah.
Well, if you or someone you're caring for is ever in a position like this, the attorney I spoke with said the advice that she gives her own clients is to do what we did. Go directly to your congressional representative's office. They often have the staff and resources that they can help escalate these types of issues. I mean, but look, guys, there are fears, too, that these delays like the ones that Brian had are only going to get worse because of the federal workforce cuts that we have seen. I mean, Social Security Administration alone has lost more than 7,000 employees since January. So to put that in perspective, there's about 1 staff member for every 1,400 beneficiaries.
Wow.
Yeah, so something to keep in mind as this already long process might get longer.
Well, this gentleman, Brian, as he said, Josh in his corner, helping him
happy
get that
helping.
money.
That wasn't even scripted. I mean, and it was, he appreciated, the help that we were able to give, and I appreciated he was his own best advocate too, and that makes a big difference as well.
But sometimes it's like you're yelling into the wind. I mean, no one's listening until you find an advocate like you on.
It shouldn't have to come to this, but it did, and we were able to help him out. So
thank you, Josh. Appreciate it. And contact Josh. You can fill out the consumer complaint form by scanning that QR code on your screen or by going to cbsphiladelphia.com/inyourcorner.